I'm not sure why that live just cut off, but I wasn't done. So I started a new live because after I finish this, I'm gonna make some calls and then I'm gonna have some lunch and continue with the rest of my day. But I want to make this message very clear. So I'm gonna go live for maybe 15 more minutes. You need to change your friends. This is the only message I have today. You need to change your friends. The friends that you are keeping is the number one reason why you don't feel inspired. My friends, when we get together, and our friends, what we get together and talk about, we talk about opportunity. We talk about money. We talk about stocks, how to get rich, how to travel. We talk about business plans, right? We get together and we inspire each other to go for greatness. We talk about fitness. We talk about diet, nutrition, right? We confide in each other. So when we're getting together, we're not talking about this week. All of our conversations are about 2027, 2028, 2030. What we're doing. What's the next 5 year plans? Your friends are keeping you broke. Your friends are the reason why you don't trust anybody, right? The people around you is literally the biggest lever that you have to create and become the person that you want to be. Think about this. You're spending 5, 8 hours every day, 2 hours every day with the people who are going to shape who you want to be. And those people don't believe that you can actually become that person. How many people, if you say, hey, bro, in 10 years, I'm going to be a millionaire, how many people in your circle would say, bro, 100%, I believe you? And in fact, better friend would say, how can I help you to do it in 5? Instead of 10 years for you to be a millionaire, your friend should be asking you, how can I do it in 5? Otherwise, your friends, Carter, shout out to Carter. Otherwise, I'm telling you, your friends are problematic. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Carter. You're one of two people watching Carter. I appreciate you. I was just live just now, but it cut off because we weren't finished. Carter, if you're still here, I appreciate you. Can you leave a like so that more people can join us? Yes, of course. Of course I remember. So here's the thing. When you are choosing your friends, you gotta choose. I'm gonna tell you 3 ways that you know that you have good friends. One, do your friends celebrate when you have good news? Like genuinely celebrate. This is the first criteria. If you're choosing good friends, listen, my circle is so close that every time we have a celebration, we are celebrating to the max. I go to the wedding of my friends, right? I go to the graduation of my friends. They get into a new relationship, we celebrate. They buy a new business, we celebrate. They make sales, we celebrate. The first thing is, are your friends actually celebrating when you have good news? And that doesn't mean halfway. Are they celebrating when you have good news? They should be happier for your good news than you are. Otherwise, they're not your friends. If you give, I want you to test this. Give your friends some good news and then look at their reaction on their face. I remember I was dating someone, and this is how I knew I would break up with her. I was dating someone, I was working on a project that I was working on for the last 4 years. And in the car, the project finished and we made money. We made money. In the car, I started to celebrate and we danced. And then I looked at her face, pure disgust on her face. You know why? In that moment, this is what she said to me. You were working on something for 4 years, and I can't even work on something for a couple of months and see it through. And what you realize is that if your success is harming your friends, is hurting your friends, they are not your friends. You need friends who are genuinely going to celebrate with you. That's the first criteria. The second criteria, they have to celebrate with you. That's the first thing. This is number 2 or 3. The second criteria is that if you have a bad day, they need to get you back on track as quickly as possible. Your friends are not supposed to allow you to have a bad day and then allow you to have a second and a third and a fourth bad day. They need to remind you of who you are. Hey, bro, You said that you were going to work out every weekday, 3 times a week, 5 days a week, 2 times a week for the next 90 days. I'm holding you accountable because I'm your friend. Get back to the gym. You missed last week, getting back this week. We're not doing that. We're not falling off. This is a commitment that you made. You made it publicly. Here's your signature. We did it on a piece of paper. No, you have to keep your commitment. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. And you find ways with your friends to keep your commitments. You have friends right now in your life, as I'm talking about this, you are probably thinking about some people in your life who are like this. I'm preaching today because I want you guys to get this. Your friends, you need to be careful about who you hang around. You have people right now who, if you said, "Hey, bro, I'm going to the gym," and you start working out every day for the next 30 days, and then day 35, you say, "I'm tired," you have friends who would celebrate. Because if you can't keep your promises and if you can't stay disciplined, then they know that they don't have to live up and keep up with you. They know that you are not competition. They know that they can feel better because you don't believe in yourself. Those are not your friends. Your friends should be keeping you to your goals. If you say that you are doing something, your friends should hold you to that. You around me, my circle is very small. We have maybe 5 people in my circle. If you say that you are doing a YouTube channel, I'm taking on that YouTube channel every week. Yo, bro, how's it going? What's the latest video? How's the subscribers? Have you been learning? What video have you watched this week? Are you learning about this, why that thing? If you say that you are going to the gym, I'm checking on it. One of my friends right now, we're talking yesterday, he said he need to get back in shape. I said yesterday, today, you need to send me a screenshot, a picture of you running a mile. That's what I said to my friend. You're not gonna just talk around me, right? You say that you want to get into the gym, run a mile today. That's the type of friends that you need in your life. The type of friends who will push you towards excellence. Can we be bros? Of course we can. I'm live every day. We can talk right here. You don't have a single friend. Okay, if you think so, that's fine. Remember me from last time? Are you in a different country from last video? No, I'm still in the same country. I'm still in Suriname, enjoying myself. I'm still at my hotel. It's been a fantastic couple of months here. And this is what I do. I travel around the world full time. I've been doing that since 2023. And I've been going live for 2 months now. I'm almost 3 months. So it's been cool. The guy who said you don't have friends is sad, don't worry. The internet is filled with lots of sad people. That's why I come on to try to help people so that nobody um feels that they're alone, right? I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to not be where you want to be in life. I know what that's like. So I come online to try and inspire somebody so that one day you can be where I am, or you can be, on YouTube, on live, helping somebody else. Because I know what that's like. Cool. That's my goal. And also, once we hit and start making money from this YouTube thing, we want to send more kids to Jamaica. We want to send more kids from Jamaica to university. That's my goal, right? Because I really want to provide more scholarships. Right now, we have 2 scholarships, and I want to provide more scholarships to little kids in Jamaica. That's my goal. Cool. So keep liking up, keep subscribing so that we can help more kids in Jamaica get an education and turn their life around. That's my goal. Be it as it may, we have 2 already that's coming out of my pocket. I think YouTube can help us to do more. Is Jamaica good for vacation? Jamaica is very good for vacation. Right now I'm in Suriname. I was in Brazil before this. I was in Argentina before this. But Jamaica is very good for vacation. I would say if you're going to any country, don't stay in the hotel. Go outside. I wouldn't say necessarily walk around everywhere, depending on who you are, but you have to go outside of the resort, to go outside of the hotel. Don't stay in the hotel. That's not a good reflection of any country. If you're just staying in the hotel, then you haven't really been to the country. And then don't just stay in the hotel and then go on tour with a tour guide. That's also not the country. Okay. You haven't been there. How do you pay for all these flights? Because I'm retired, I've made a lot of money, and I come on. Obviously, I can't talk about money, but I come on to inspire people, and yeah, there you go. but I've made a lot of money in my life, and that's why I pay for all these flights with money. Uh, but what I was saying, bro, is choose your friends very carefully. I'm going live for maybe 5 more minutes because I want this message to land. I want this message to stick. The reason I am retired before 30, I'm not even 30 years old. The reason I can travel, the reason my life is like this is because I have chosen the people around me very carefully. So the first one is that you need people who are genuinely going to celebrate your wins. Then you need people who are going to hold you accountable. Hold you accountable to what you say that you are going to do. You cannot start a business around me and then not follow through. If you are doing something, I'm going to celebrate it with you. In fact, I'm going to celebrate it more than you because I am your genuine friend. And the last thing, they must inspire you constantly. If you feel that when you are around them, your energy is going down, that is a problem. I, every time I leave my friend group, I'm inspired. My brain is buzzing. Just so no, imagine that. No, think about this. Imagine the people around me constantly. I spend 5 minutes with my friend and I leave that conversation inspired, take on the world. I don't need coffee because my friend just had a conversation with me. And if that's happening every day, guess what's happening? Boom, I'm on clock. I'm on clock. I'm ready. I'm wired. That's what my friend group does for me. They get me excited. One phone call, boom, I'm ready. This is what my friend group is like. So I'm telling you, the reason why I was able to do these things is because every single day my friend group pushed me. Every single day my circle pushed me. And they believe in me and they genuinely celebrate. And then we get back in the lab the very next day because we have more work to do. Your friend group should be able to teach you things. Stop hanging around people who are bums. If your friends are just drinking and smoking and partying every weekend, they are bums. Hang around doctors, business owners, accountants, right? People who are trying to do things, influencers, hang around them, right? People who are trying to start their businesses. Don't stop hanging around people who all they want to do. Okay, so let's say they want to do a sport. At least try to be the best in that sport. You can't hang around me and you're just trying to do mediocre everything. You're just trying to be an average footballer, an average skateboarder, an average swimmer. No, you need to be the best at something to be around me. You need to be interesting. Otherwise, I don't want you around me. My circle, no, I'm not saying I won't talk to you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'll ignore you. That's not what I'm saying. Be nice to everybody. Be genuinely nice to everybody. Be kind. These are virtues. But if you are in my circle, impacting my mind every single day, if I'm talking to you on the phone, if you have my phone number to be able to call me every single day, this is the criteria because you are shaping who I'm becoming. Those 5 people are shaping who I'm becoming in 10 years. So I pick them very, very carefully. You cannot be a bum around me because we won't last very long. First of all, I don't want to talk about bum stuff. We talk about business, we talk about stocks, we talk about real estate, we talk about travel, ideas, philosophy, fitness. I'm not talking about drinking and how much this bottle costs and that pair of sneakers. Unless you're a fashion expert and you're growing a fashion company, I don't want to talk to you about sneakers because that's a waste of time. I want to talk to you about marketing, about sales, about this new book I read, about this psychology book I just read, how to negotiate better, how to have a better relationship with my girlfriend, right? I want to talk about things that impact the world. So don't talk to me about foolishness. My best friend is addicted to a bad website. Talk to him. Otherwise, if your friend isn't changing, change your friend. This is hard. I know it sucks. I know you might not want to hear that, but you have only, listen to me, 4,000 weeks. You only have 4,000 weeks on this planet. Do not waste one of those weeks with people that you would not want to spend with all of those weeks. Damn, we should say that. Yo, hold on. Let me I'm spitting bars, man. I'm gonna say that one more time. Do not waste a single one of those 4,000 weeks with someone that you wouldn't want to spend all of those 4,000 weeks. I am capping. That's good for you, bro. If you think so, that's fine. I have nothing to prove to you, and that's why you are watching me. Um, Carto, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope I inspired you today. That friend that you're dealing with, I'm gonna just give you some one-on-one advice, bro. Try as much as possible as you can to change and impact them, but understand that people will pull you down with them. There's a saying in swimming is that if you try to save a drowning person, you might drown. And so I would tell you, from one person to another, from halfway across the world, you might have to separate yourself from that friend, and that's a hard thing to do, and it hurts me because I've done it before. But your life will be better off, and there are 8 billion people who are willing to love you just as much as that friend. Okay. uh yeah, that's all I got for you. The rest of you, thank you for tuning in. I hope I could inspire you today, and I'm always live every single day, so please subscribe so that we can send more kids from Jamaica to college. All right, peace out, guys.